It's Thursday, March 12th, 2026, about 3:45 p.m. I'm at UCSB Campus Point Parking Lot 6, up against the cliff fence. The usual spot exactly. Camera's about 45-foot elevation. Air temp's about, it says 85 in town. It's a little bit cooler out here. Water temp's 60 plus or minus. Mid-channel's actually up to about 62, but Harbor, Santa Barbara Harbor temps saying about 59. Humidity I think is around 30%, something like that, maybe a little bit less. That's Mesa Beach on the left, 6.5 miles. Background just beyond the point there is La Conchita Beach, 22.7 miles. Got a nice high water line today. Correlates well with the temperature at least. Typical heat haze, huh? Looks like a kiteboard heading out to the right there. You can see the sail right above the water line. It's a decent three-point lineup. My camera at 45 feet, the cliff face about 45 feet in the background there. La Conchita Beach, the houses are probably about 45 feet. The highway's 20 feet, and then you got, let's say, two-story houses there. Can't see the houses, but you can imagine. Use your imagination, folks. So let's see if there's that Inferior Mirage on the surface over here. Yeah. Looks like it. Unless that's just a area of no wind. It's kind of hard to tell from here. This looks like it's got some Inferior Mirage right in there. Possibly. Creates that apparent horizon that's much lower there. So you can see it where it steps back up over here. I'll head back down to the tree here. There's, yeah, it's Inferior. That's Hogan on the right at 17.8. Looks like it's reflecting in that mirage. And the ridge on the left at 30.6 with the tree likely visible. That looks like more of a surface Inferior Mirage, like a hot rod, summertime. But the tree's 280 feet. There's Houchin and Conejo Mountain in the background. Everything looks a little compressed in the background. 51 miles, 1,800 feet. Pesky Ridge to the right, the never below the horizon ridge. Ever. So that's Henry at 16.4. Background up to the right. In the background is Saddle Peak above Malibu, 71 miles, 2789 foot elevation. About in the middle would be the low spot in the Pesky Ridge. Boy, it's blurry back there, huh? 900 to 1,000 feet at 50 plus miles. I think I got a decent focus, but I'll come over here to Hill House, 14.6 miles. I'm afraid to touch the focus. There's just too much heat haze. Heat shimmer, heat haze, unstable air, warm air. It says it's 90 down in parts of town, the upper parts up by the Riviera. I'd say Ventura's probably 85. So there's A, B, platform C, 13.1 miles. I can already see what's going on in the background. Okay, that's Magoo Peak on the left, 50 miles, 1,260 feet, and you can see the buildings at Port Hueneme and maybe Magoo. They were reflected in the foreground Inferior Mirage there. That's out 40, 42 miles, something like that. Right in there. Almost looks like a temp inversion up there. There's your upper 4, across the pesky, lower 3, the tree, and back into the 3-pointer there. Okay, over and out. I'm on a time limit, so I gotta run. I'm gonna leave you with some yellow flowers. How about that? Take care, everybody.